like, Meatloaf Bailey, what a PR stunt. Look at me, guys. Yeah, I would do anything for pound notes. And I'm going to sit in a restaurant, and I'm going to look like, oh, I'm proper Chelsea, and I love Chelsea, and this is all on Siri Merchant at Barley. What a load of bollocks.
Cucucucurea se come una paella. Cucucucurea se bebe una estrella. Jala tiembla que viene cucurea. Jala tiembla, toma una galleta.
To get money from agents to publish information is not legal for a journalist. After 1 second, find one proof and I will deactivate my account.
Fab, I think you're taking this a bit to heart, honestly.
No, it's not too hard. It's too hard because you are on your fucking sofa just using my name and attacking me from your Twitter account with no face, no name and nothing. Just joking on me.
Yeah.
It's not too hard for me because I'm working and I don't like to go on Twitter and see the shit you're putting.
Okay.
So it could be too hard for you, not for me. I'm working and I don't want someone else to come in and joke on my news. You can joke about it. It's fine. It's humor. It's okay. But joke, not say that I'm getting money. Because I'm not getting any fucking money from the agents of any player. So joke whatever you want, do humor on me, on my name, or whatever you want.
I'll make it clear. I'll make it clear.
I work 20 hours per fucking day, and I don't accept that someone goes on Twitter with no face, with no name, just joking with myself and saying this kind of shit.
Greetings from Centre Parks, by the way. That's the background. I hope you're all well. This is just ridiculous, though, isn't it?
So we're right, up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Big up to every single one of you live and locked in. Hope everyone's doing well, winning live. First and foremost, I want you all to smash the piece that like button. If you haven't smashed it, smash it right now. If you haven't subscribed to Minerals FC, make sure you smash that subscribe button as well. We've got the notification bell, ding dong, let's have it right. Make sure you smash that so you know when we go live, even though it don't make a difference. And we've got the Minerals FC Ultras membership, which is pinned at the top live chat and down below in the description. Salute to all my Minerals FC Ultras, everyone supporting the channel, all the proper Chels. Respect to everyone. Get in the chat. Land your minerals. Land your minerals. Let's have a little swig. Let's have a little swig and drink in them minerals. Come on. That's my boy Neto. It's my boy Neto. He might be only 24 years old. But he kills like the best of them. Come on. What we doing here, bruv? What are we doing here? Let's land it, bruv. Let's land it. Come on. Come on. And I have to say something here because obviously it touches a soft spot. It touches a soft spot. Yeah. Salute to Chelsea old boys. RIP to our GOAT. Proper Chelsea. Chelsea Ultra, bruv. We see things they'll never see us have it right. But we were on a Twitter space with Cursor as well. And we done a whole reenactment, yeah, of training day. And that's our boy. That's my boy Neto. He's only 17. We're going to sign him for 50 million. Let's have it right. Neto. Pedro Neto. Yeah? Let's have it right. Pedro Neto. Baller. Absolute baller. Yeah? But before we get into that, yeah, it's very important to address this. It's very important to address this. Yeah? To protect the sheep. To protect the sheep You got to catch the wolf. To protect the sheep, you got to catch the wolf. Yeah. Now, we are always protecting our Chelsea. We are always protecting it, no matter what. And it's Clown Lake out. Don't think that changes. But Pedro Neto, yeah, he's our boy Neto now. Yeah. So all you goons, we're drinking in your tears. All you dippers, all you rival clubs, are you rivals at this moment in time? But let's have it right. There is a rivalry there if we go through heritage. We're drinking your tears because you wanted Pedro Neto and we signed him out of nowhere, bruv. Out of nowhere, we've signed this baller. Now, I wanted this player. I was sitting next to Nick Smith. Shout out Nick Smith. We were at the game, weren't we, last season? And we were watching us getting absolutely spanked by Wolves. In fact, we got fed to the Wolves back to back last season. Yeah, they done the double on us. But we were watching, and I said to him, why can't we sign this player? Why can't we have a player like this at Chelsea? Why we got to keep signing all these kids? You know what I'm saying? Now he's 24 years old, or is he 25? I think he's 24, and we've signed him at Chelsea, and I am very happy with this signing. Make no mistake about it. This guy's versatile. He can play left wing, right wing. Well, I'm doing a Jonathan Ross here, bruv. What are we doing here? Left wing, right wing, creative, can get a goal, direct, technically gifted, Portuguese minerals. He's proven in the Premier League. At what level, though? You see, this is my thing, right? I'm not going to be one of those toxic positivity supporters for the sake of it. That's not what we do on here. We'll give the plaudits where it's deserved for signing a player like this, because this player is a quality player. He's a quality player. You know what I'm saying? He's got something about him. But what we doing here? What are we doing here? Yeah, there's a lot of things I need to address on this one. There's a lot of things I need to address, and we're going to address it right now because you've paid 60 million for a guy who, well, how many other clubs were actually generally going in for him? Spursy? I don't know about that. Levy wouldn't pay that. No chance he's paying that. He's choking on a chicken bone for Solanke at this moment in time. And why you'd pay 65 million for that guy, I have no idea. But do as you wish, Spursy, you bottle jobs. The Goons, were they really in for Pedro Neto? They got Martinelli on the left, didn't they? They got Trossard. And on the right, they got Saka. Is Neto, you can pay 60 million for Neto to just sit second fiddle to Saka? Not really. Not really. So I would say this. We've gone in, paid top money for a player who is good. He's got minerals to some degree. He's got Premier League experience. He's got a good touch. He's got an eye for a goal. He's got assists in him. He's versatile. He ticks a lot of boxes. But the one box that he is a red X in is the injury box. That injury record, mate. That injury record. He's played. I went through the stats. I think over 3 seasons, he's played about 54 games or something, maybe 60 games. He's been out for a while. He's had surgery done. He's got a hamstring made out of cheese. Cheese string, shall we say. So that's a major alarm bell for me because typically we know Clown Lakes, they love to buy injury-prone players. Everyone they bought has had some sort of injury record, you know, or we've bought them like Lavia and they've been injured. Or Fofana broke his leg, had injuries, and he's been out for a season and a half. So I have to question that. And the reason I question it is I wouldn't mind signing him if I knew we had Don Roman's medical team. But we don't have Don Roman's medical team because these clowns gutted Don Roman's medical team out. Yeah? They brought in their own guys. They brought in a consulting firm called Remedy, who are a sort of freelance third party that's for celebrities. Billie Eilish, Grohl, and all these people. And I'm sure there's many others from Hollywood, you know what I'm saying? Or in the music industry. I mean, that's not what we need for our football team. Now, we've appointed some rugby medical doctors that have moved into football, and they've seemed to reshuffled all the proofs in the pudding on the medical team. But I'm worried about that because this guy's we might be dependent on this guy. And if we are dependent on a player like this, he's going to have to play as many minutes as possible, which increases the high percentage rate of him getting injured. And do we have the medical team and backing for a player of his injury record to make sure that he can stay fit for a whole season? Because if you look at his last 3 seasons, bruv, he's been out every single one for a period of time. I think in one of the seasons, he played 14 games. So for me, that's the major red flag. That's the major red flag on this player. Aside from that, what he can bring you, top drawer. Like, he's got experience, but I'm asking what experience, because he hasn't got top flight experience. He plays for Wolves. He played a bit for Lazio, but not many appearances. I think he's played 156 games in his entire career. Or something like that. Like senior football. But he's got Premier League experience. He's got Prem experience, which is very important because the majority of these kids that these clans are buying don't have Prem experience. And if they do, they're injury. Or we've bought them from really mid-table clubs. Well, Wolves is a kind of mid-table club, you know. And we've taken probably their best player. So you have to make sure that you rotate him accordingly. And this is where it comes in now. Because we've got on the left-hand side, you've got Mudryk and Sterling. And Nkunku potentially. On the right-hand side, you've got Mudueke, Cole Palmer, and what's his name? Potentially Nkunku again. And you could potentially play Jackson on the left-hand side as well. So there's going to be a lot of players that are not going to play minutes. Because Pedro's going to start. Pedro Neto is going to start. And Cole Palmer, more than likely, if he moves to the 10, then Wedding Hall, where does he play? Because you bought in for 30 million. That's Enzo Mascara's guy who says, you know, he can direct the players on the pitch. They know the way I play because he can't dictate the way he plays to all the rest of the squad in training. Make it make sense. So, again, you're buying and stacking up players in positions. Yes, I think he's an upgrade. If he stays fit, he's an upgrade on Mudueke. He's an upgrade on Mudryk. He's an upgrade on Sterling. So it's good in that sense, and I respect it. And I'm going to get into the reasons why they've made this signing. Because if you look at what needs to be addressed, more importantly, is a striker position, which we keep hearing about Osimhen. And listen, they're talking to Osimhen. We all know that. But Osimhen won't come because of the project right now. And they're waiting to see what clubs go in for him. Does an Arsenal go in for him? Does PSG come back in the race? Is there another top flight club? Because he's a top striker, proven at elite level. So I'm looking at it going, they're waiting to see Napoli where they can get the top money. And last resort, maybe they do include the cement-booted rat, and we still can't get him off the books because maybe they're stalling Napoli on paying the 38 million. Maybe they just don't have the 38 million. You know what I'm saying? So a striker position needs to be filled, and Osimhen fits that bill, or a Gyökeres, or someone of that ilk. Yeah, let's have it right. But what concerns me the most is the timing of this signing, and the reason they made this signing. And the reason Fabrizio Romano, 20 hours a day merchant, comes out and goes, oh, I knew, but I was told, I can't say anything. That was the script. You had to bring it out today. Why? You had the goldfish, who's probably having kittens right now. He's probably knocking one out right now in a sock somewhere in the States. He's probably going to go on his playback and get all giddy, giving it all big and how Chelsea supporters should feel, be how they should not be negative, how they should be positive and patient, and all this nonsense. Like he's the mouthpiece for Clown Lake, which he is, you know, pretty much. This signing is there to try and appease the supporters because they listen. Let's have it right. These clown owners are wetting themselves. They've just sold Conor Gallagher, by the way, and they're bringing this. They bring in the Osimhen news, and they're bringing Neto. Done deal, quick, woof, done. 60 million. Don't know what his wages is. 6+ 1 year deal, death row contract. Neto ain't rejecting that because he's coming from Wolves. But why couldn't you sign Michael Elise? Why couldn't you sign Michael Elise? 50 million or 55 million, similar change. Wages, maybe similar, or maybe he's on low wages. I don't know what the wages are for Neto. Maybe they're 150 grand. Who knows? George Mendes is in the deal as well. You know, George Mendes orchestrated the deal for Koundé with Broke Alona, by the way. Shout out Romain Molina, proper journalist, exposing Fabrizio Romano. And they were using Chelsea's name to get Koundé for Barcelona to pay more money for Koundé. George Mendes is laughing to the bank right now. 60 million. So's Wolves. But at this moment in time, like I always say to you, we don't care about wages. We don't care about how much it costs. We just care about the quality of the player. And he's a quality player. So, great. Well done. Fantastic. Does it stop there? No. Does the pressure stop? No. Absolutely not. Go and get me Osimhen. Does the pressure stop? No. You still need top four. Still need Conference League. No one gets time. No one gets the patience. But my main concern is them putting this out at the timing they put it out is because they're worried about supporters protesting. They're worried about the supporters because they're pissed that Gallagher has been sold for 33 million to Atletico Madrid for pure profit. And now their supporters getting all excited now. They're getting all giddy now. They're probably doing loads of shows as we speak. Here we go. It's here we come, guys. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's great. It's a good signing, and I like him, and it's a good addition, and it gives us a little bit of different quality and something different, so we don't have to always rely on Cole Palmer. But let's not forget, they bought Sterling, they bought Mudryk, they bought Madueke, and they've all been below par, except when Sterling joined with Tuchel, he was our top goal scorer because we're in a proper system with a fucking proper elite team, you know, compared to what we got now. My concern is do not let the pressure go. Do not be fooled by a signing like this to go, oh, well done, Clown Lake. We're going to suck you off now. We're on our knees now. No, it don't work like that. Don't work like that. Because the most important thing for me right now, and the most worrying thing for me, is the midfield and the defence. Because the defence is a shambles. And it doesn't matter how much how many attackers they spent. And it always brings me back to this point. What's the most profitable resale value on what position of a footballer in a football team? Predominantly, it's known to be wingers and strikers, attackers. Always you pay more money than you pay for defenders. Yet these lot won't go and get me a Bastoni. They won't go and get me a Dillit. They won't go and get me a Frankie de Jong, for example. They won't go to that level. So they've gone that level below, if not a notch below that. And that's what I'm saying. I don't really, it's still the same old with the squad assemblement. And they haven't got enough money to go out and get and sort out our defence. Well, I'm telling you, Trev Chalobah's our best defender in the entire defence by a million miles. Most of them, you don't even know if they're going to stay fit. So it's all well and good buying Neto and getting a striker, an Osimhen, but you've just bought Samuel Madorian. So what are you going to have? 3 strikers with Broja, 4 strikers on the books? How many players? We've got a 42-man squad. You still got to get rid of them. The season starts next week. We've got to name a team for Conference League. We don't know who's staying, who's going. It's a shambles still. But yeah, everyone will be focused on Pedro Neto. Oh, look at us, we're cooking. You know, someone's put Nkunku, Osimhen, Palmer, Nkunku, and Neto. And then you got Obi-Wan podcasts like laughing and, you know, getting all excited and that because he was at Chelsea, John Obi Mikel, the other day, you know, typically. But listen, I'll tell you one thing with Pedro Neto. Frank Leboeuf doesn't have to Google this guy. So that's a good sign. It's a good sign if you don't have to Google them, that you've actually seen them play in the Premier League of all leagues as well. And I like the player. I wanted this player. So I'm very happy that we got this player. But I'm not happy with the balance of the team, the defence, the goalkeeper situation. Are you going to go and get a goalkeeper? Are you going to go and get Diogo Costa? Are you going to get Diogo Costa, Osimhen, and a central defender of elite ilk? If you're going to do that, then that's the step in the right direction. But I don't feel too optimistic right now that that's going to happen. So what happens to Mudryk on the left-hand side? Because Sterling, they ain't going to get rid of him. Doesn't matter what they do. 325 grand a week. No one's going to pay that. He won't leave London. So Sterling you're stuck with. And they know that. And they're gutted. That's a Meatloaf Bowley. I would do anything to get rid of Sterling. Yeah. But he can't do it. So Mudryk, is he the one that's going to be surplus to requirements on the left? Because these two players will get pissed off that they're not getting minutes. And if they're not getting minutes, how do you expect to get form and consistency and momentum? Big problem throughout the season. And on the right-hand side, I'm hearing Madueke is going to go. And they'll make profit on him, by the way. They're going to make profit on Madueke. They'll probably make about 20, 30 million profit on him. And it looks like he might be going Newcastle. Whether that's loan or permanent deal, he's going to go. But he's a problematic player. You know, you've seen him always wanting to take penalties and throwing handbags and rags and tantrums, you know, throwing his toys out the pram, the grasshopper on speed. Listen, I don't care if he goes. I don't rate him. I think there is something in Mudryk, but I don't think Enzo Mascara is going to have the time to get anything out of him. And Usain Bolt definitely ain't going to get anything out of him on a Zoom call. So I think we're done now. Sterling, is he going to play second fiddle to Neto and then Cole Palmer on the right? Because in the middle, you're going to have to play Wedding, Drewsbury, Wedding or whatever. You have to play him. Or Nkunku's better as a 10. So then we need a striker because Jackson's not our main striker. Samuel Doran, we know nothing about him. It's a pick and mix all over the gaff. And again, we got the same issues where there's certain positions just inflated with bolstered with a surplus of players that all can't play. And you need to keep players happy. And these players are not on like 3-year, 2-year deals. They're on death row contracts. So this is my thing. But you didn't go and get Michael Olise because Michael Olise would have been the ideal player. He can play across, versatile, Premier League experience, ex-Cobham. But he had a meeting with the ownership, the clowns, Siri Merchant and Meatloaf Bowley, and he laughed at them and said, what the fuck's going on? So he didn't sign for Chelsea because of the project. And that's why I don't think we'll get Osimhen. Because Osimhen wants Champions League. There's no guarantee he'll get Champions League next year. Because these clowns expect all the other clubs or the clubs that are competing with us to just fall off a cliff and not improve and not make signings and not do well with a structure in place and experience, a mix of experience and youth and so forth, you know, running a football club as it should be run. We're a bunch of kindergarten still. And on paper, Neto, Palmer, Nkunku's not a 9. He's just not. I think he's like a second striker or a 10. And then you're going to play the Enzo, Wrong and Fernandez and Casado and Lavia doesn't play. Is that the right balance? I don't think it is. I think that midfield gets run ragged against Man City anyway. No, I don't know, bruv. Let's see what Neto comes out with, because he's got an injury record, and we know the track record with Clown Lake and injuries. We've had the worst injury record and worst injuries, full stop, over the last 2 seasons in Europe. By the way, in Europe we've had that. Is it going to dramatically improve, bruv? I don't know. He's got a problem, Enzo Mascara. He's got a big problem now of how he's going to manage these players and rotate them and play the way he wants to play, even though he hasn't got the players to play the way he wants to play. Implement his inverted FC nonsense and high possession, high line like his bald head. I listen. Great signing. I sponsor it. I wanted this guy, but is he elite? Do we class Pedro Neto as elite? That's my question. I don't think he's elite, but I think he's definitely an upgrade on what we got. So it's a step in the right direction, but it's not really going for like the creme de la creme. And that's my issue with this whole project, this whole wage structure, this whole recruitment policy, is that it eliminates you from buying creme de la creme, the minerals generals, the elite players in the transfer market. You can't go and buy them because you're not going to pay the wages, you're not going to pay the transfer fee, and you can't even offer. They won't even come anyway because of the project. So this is our benchmark now. This is kind of like the ceiling you hit of the type of profile signings you're going to make. And I think he'll do well. If he stays fit, he'll do well for Chelsea. And he's Chelsea now. And I back him. And I like this player. He's got technical ability, bro. You know, he's got that Portuguese touch. He's got a ball IQ. He makes things happen. He's durable when he's fit. He's strong. He can turn players. He's got a bit of pace. He's direct. He's got a shot. He's got, he's got delivery. You know, he ticks a lot of boxes and he's versatile. That's fantastic, bruv. He's fantastic. But it's not enough. It's still not enough. And I don't think you can wait for your golden boys of Esteval Willian and Kendry Paez, who, again, they've been promised to start. So who's dropped out of what we got now? Which tells you the conveyor belt for Clown Lake is to sell players, advertise them and sell them. And they will knock them off. They will sell them. And they'll still make profit because they're on death row contract. And their value depreciates every year that they've been on the books at Chelsea. So when they sell them for what they want, they're still going to make profit on the books irrespective. And that's how they're doing it. The amortization is how they're doing it. We've already made, or they've already made, I think it's around 115 or 120 million profit already from the sale of players, even though they've bought players. That's how they're doing it. They're very clever when it comes to trading players. We want you to trade places. We want you to trade places with Roman Abramovich. Yeah? We want you lot sanctioned and Roman come back and buy our football club. Because these clowns are a joke. And I'm not letting a Pedro Neto get me all excited when the squad is a shambles. And it's still Cole Palmer FC. Now we've got Neto to help Cole Palmer. You know what I'm saying? We've got him to help him. And respect to that, But the defence needs surgery. These clowns still haven't got a shirt sponsor. Again, for the last season, and we're doing it this season again. Tells you they're all over the gaff. Maybe companies don't want to sponsor us no more. You know, maybe they're going to resort to Bang Bros, OnlyFans, yeah, Haribo, Huggies. I don't care what you put on there, but you need that you need those pound notes. Clearly, you know, they need the pound notes, and they still haven't got a shirt sponsor. And we're going to start the season again. It's embarrassing. You would have thought they learnt from their mistakes last season. But doesn't that tell you maybe there's not big sponsors that want to pay top money to be sponsored on the Chelsea shirt because we're just declining? We're not relevant no more. We're just seen as the billion boy blue club, you know, of Kindergarten FC. You know, we're a bunch of kids. Or maybe, on the shirt it should be sperm donor with the number. Sperm donors needed. and they can advertise the number. So any supporters that want to donate any sperm, they can do that, or anyone worldwide. That'd be good. That'd be a way to make some money, wouldn't it? Oh, by the way, happy birthday to Chelsea Empire, who's down as Ruthless Empire. Happy birthday, my geezer. I saw it was your birthday yesterday. Respect to you. Infinite athlete. No, it'd be injured athlete at this rate. And I don't really want. I mean, I don't care what sponsorship's on there because I ain't buying the shirt anyway. The shirt looks like Trust to Come shot. I don't want that shirt. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Ask what's his name, Eden Hazard. He got paid big money to do a promo, a PR Happy Meal, so that people would buy that shirt because they gave it for free for Eden Hazard to do that. So yeah, inverted athletes, top notch. Inverted athletes, bruv. Yeah, the inverted athletes. Yeah. So that's the way I look at it. I'm a straight up geezer. I'll say it as it is and what I think. I've given him props, but I've also given you the negatives, and I've given you the way they work is to buy themselves more time. That's all they've done with buying. Do you really think they wanted to pay 60 million for Pedro Neto? Do you really think that? Because we've had the worst pre-season. They've got Alex Goldfish to go and give a nice spiel to beg on his knees that the supporters give patience and back the manager and the players when, we do that anyway, regardless. Because they're worried and they're scared. Because Chelsea supporters are raging that you've frozen out our Trev Chalobah in the under-23s and you're forcing him out when he's clear our best defender right now. When you've literally forced out Conor Gallagher, giving it all this spiel, you gave him a 3-year deal and as a top earner in the mid out of all the players at Chelsea's load of bang smash waffle. You forced him out. You only gave him a 1-year deal so you can still sell him this season and get more money for him. It's a cop-out. They're desperate. They're desperate for the supporters to be on their side, to give them time to be. It's just a honeymoon period with Pedro Neto, bro. That's our boy Neto. It's a honeymoon. That's all it is. Honeymoon period. Because that'll die down, and it's going to be like once the season starts and the results. Well, we don't even know what the results going to be. It's life's like a box of chocolates. You don't know which one you're going to get. You know what I'm saying? Are you going to get that disgusting orange? I mean, some people might like orange. I don't like orange chocolate, bruv. Someone might like coffee. I'm not really. I love coffee. Let's have it right. Love that super crema, but I don't like coffee chocolate, bruv. Yeah. Or we're going to get a hazelnut, a whip. White chocolate, dark chocolate. What are we going to get, bruv? This is what I'm saying. There is no actual thought process in building a team because the project is not built for football. It's built for monetary reasons. They didn't want to go out and buy Pedro Neto. I'll tell you that for free. Yeah. They didn't want to spend that 60 million. They'd rather go and spend that 60 million on another 10 South Americans somewhere, and bring them over in a year's time and send them to Strasbourg. They'd rather send Slonina out on loan, Petrovic on loan to Strasbourg, their club. So as far as I'm concerned, this was a desperate plea for the supporters to just simmer down a little bit. And that's the truth. And I'm not doing that. You think I'm gonna pull down that blade? No. Like I say to you, Pulp Fiction, they're all gagged. Yeah. Bring out the gimp and all that jazz. Yeah. And we come in with a samurai sword, and we land it and we walk out there for the Chelsea. I honestly, If they were that intent and that ambitious, and this model was meant to be built for football, you wouldn't have done what you've done. The damage is done, but they don't see it as damage. Now this is damaging to their pockets by Neto. It's damaging. He's 60 million. They could have got Elise, but they couldn't get him. But they won't tell you that they couldn't get him because Elise didn't want to go. They pulled out the deal. You know what these clowns do? They're so inverted, bruv. They'll pull out with a Johnny. Yeah? That's what they'll do. Any negotiation, Kerry Stanley, Stuart Little, Meatloaf Bailey, Siri Match themselves, they'll pull out with a Johnny, bruv. That's how inverted they are. They're that worried about their pennies, you know, where they can spend, where they can make the profits, you know. And this fan base is moving like that. This fan base is moving like that because they're probably getting all excited now, you know. That the majority of the masses on social media, that, like I say, you know, impregnated, you know, with Clown Lake spawns. And this is the thing: the psyche's gone, and people are deterring away from what's really happening at Chelsea. But like I say, the proof's in the pudding, and we have to see what happens at this season. But we like the signing, and I'm sure all the Minerals FC ultras in the chat and everyone watching, you do think Neto's a good player, and he's a good player. You know what I'm saying? He's a good player. You know. And then today you get Osimhen talk again. Fabrizio Romano. There's still interest there and this and that. You know, it's like they know that the preseason has been such a shambles. They know that they've exposed that Enzo Mascara is a yes man. He's saying, "Oh, Drew, a wedding hall. He directs the players on the pitch because my training methods are so shit. Oh, Pochettino's high line is still in the players' mind, so I'm trying to get that out of them when he plays a high line than Pochettino. Make it make sense." And Pochettino doesn't even play a high line like his bald head. All right, we've seen that. We've seen Pochettino ball. Blames the pitch, blames financial fair play. It's unfair on Chelsea owners where they're forced to sell Conor Gallagher and Cobham players. No, it's the fact that they've gone and spent so much money when we were 1.5 billion debt free under Roman, that he left us debt free, that they went and spent the money paying sporting director and damaged the books. So then they have to rectify by keep cashing in on Cobham players, but they are also making profit on these players because the amortization of the contracts, the death row contracts, the 5-year deals, the way it looks on the books, that's the loophole because they're loophole merchants. So either way, they're making money. And we're not doing anything. We're not competing. They just want top four. Top four to Clown Lake is the trophy. And that's what I'm trying to tell everyone is that you're not buying into a project and a process where we're going to dominate and win. You're buying into them making money out using our football club, advertising players, selling them on for profit, young players, low wages, unproven, show some worth at Chelsea and then ship them on or loan them to their multi-clubs. That's where we're going, bruv, you know? But I'll tell you this for free, yeah? All right, let's have it right. Siri Merchant, Meatloaf Bowling, Joseph Fagaziano are absolutely wetting their nappies right now. And that's why they had to go and buy Pedro Neto. And they didn't want to do it. That's the moral of the story. It's a moral story. Because the script, the criteria for Kerry Winstanley, Stuart Little and all the scouts, why do you think all these scouts were hiring are all under 14-year-olds, under 18-year-old scouts? Yeah? Kerry Winstanley, Stuart Little are scripted. Their criteria is laid out for them. Pedro Neto doesn't fit that criteria. The only thing that he fits is the fact that he's under 25 and probably his wages. But they've done it in a way where they've gone for a player that they think Chelsea supporters will be all right with this one and we'll buy ourselves some time. You know, we'll buy ourselves some time. But we won't address the goalkeeper. We won't address the defence. We were relying again, high risk, high reward, as Goldfish says. we're going to have to rely on our medical team again. And that remains to be seen what our medical team's going to be like, bruv. Yeah. But like Jose Fugaziano said, it's more important to win financially. It's more important to build business value than win or lose on the field. As long as you know that, then it's all gravy, bruv. It's all gravy. Guys, smash the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Every single one of you. Smash the piece of that like button. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe, support the channel, and we move, bruv. We move. I'm just going to run through a few of these. Big up with John CFC. He's a Minerals FC Ultra member. We're going to play our Don Roman as we always do, guys. So big up to you, my geezer, supporting the channel. Respect to Carefree Minerals FC Ultra for 4 months. Let's get the Don Roman. Let's land it. These are the standards at Chelsea Football Club. He says, big up, Johnny. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Big up the Ultras. Neto is a top player. Only concern is his injuries. If he stays fit, we have a baller. Also play Fergie clip. Oh, you want the Fergie clip? All right, we'll play that. And then I'm going to run through. I've got his injury record. So I'm going to give you Neto's injury record. All right, let me get it up for you. Salute to you, my geezer.
Well, first of all, I just want to address you people in front of me, the dailies. I had some of these banned for a few weeks, and to be honest, I get fed up with it. Your job is to tell the truth, right? That's your job. You can quote me when I'm accurate about things I have said. I'm not going to have you twisting everything I say, okay? So the next time it's finished, you don't ever get back in, okay? To make that clear to you, you don't get back in, finished. I'm fed up having to read papers and talk things I say, and I know I've said, and you completely twist it around, lie. Your job is to tell the truth. That's your job as a journalist. And if you can't do that, you're in the wrong job, okay? So make that clear.
Let's make it clear. We haven't heard any of our gaffers except Thomas Tuchel speak like that to the brown envelopes, have we? No, because they're all yes men. All right, so I've got the injury records here. All right, so in season 2023-24, so last season, he's had a hamstring injury. Like I said to you, his hamstrings are made out of cheese strings. 67 days out. Then he had another one last season, 58 days out. He also had, the season before that, he had an ankle injury. He was out for 127 days. Then in the season before that, he had a knee injury. He was out for 297 days. And before that, he's had muscle injury, 3 days, a knock, 11 days, calf injury, 21 days, knock again, 14 days, knock. So over last season and the season before, he's had 2 really bad, well, 2 hamstrings, 2 hammies, and he's had an ankle and knee, and he's been out for a lot of games. He's been out for a lot of games. That's a concern. His goals and assist tally, 135 games for Wolves, however he's played for Wolves. He's only got 14 goals and 24 assists, which is not high at all. Not high at all. Lazio, he got 1 goal, 1 assist for 10 games. Under 19s, that is. Lazio's first team, 5 games, no goals, no assists. He's played for Braga, 1 goal, that's it. That's all I got. That's all I got. Right. Last season, I don't know if this is right. It says he's only got 2 goals last season. The season before that, this is the Premier League playing career. I don't know if that's right. But he's not got an array of GA. He's not got an array of GA. But Wolves are a poor team, you know. They've changed managers, and it is what it is. But listen, he's a top player, irrespective. Portuguese minerals, bruv. Big up you. Big up Brian says Hillside 13 minerals. Come on. Big up Omo's become a Minerals FC Ultra member. Salute to you, my geezer. You're getting Don Roman. Let's go. Big up to Brian. He says Clown Lake's still trash. Get him in the bin. Big up to Chris Wood to Arsenal. Minerals FC Ultra member. He says he's another left-footed attacker. Minerals. Don't you lot have about 50 of them? Definitely a great signing for Chelsea, though. May just get you top half. Well, this is it. I mean, it's not just about Neto. It's relying on Cole Palmer and Neto. We need the chemistry. We need this guy to stay fit. Attacking wise, it's not too bad if you get a striker as well. But I'm looking at the midfield. I'm looking at defence. We're going to leak goals. We leaked 12 goals in pre-season. The manager's come out, the coach, head coach, has come out and said, for sure, we're going to concede a lot of goals. Like, you listen, Jose Mourinho said, you can win games with a great attack, but you win leagues with top defences, elite defences, without conceding goals. And that's the bottom line. If you want to compete at the highest level, you've got to be hard to beat. You've got to be hard to score against. And we're not. We're not. Big up Brian. He says, big up Minerals Generals always. Let's have it right. Big up Real Rises. Look at West Ham's transfers. They'll be all over us. Who have West Ham signed? Who have West Ham signed? I mean, have they got that what's his name? We buy any car, Luis Paqueta, that geezer, Paqueta, that's it. They got Paqueta, they got Bowen, they got that German Fulkrig, yeah. They're building. They got a decent manager if he gets it right. If he gets it right, they got a good experienced manager. They got Kudus, yeah, top players, bruv. Bowen, all right. I'd have Bowen at Chelsea. They keep saying Maresca wants to play Cole Palmer as a number 10. But when he came on for England, he didn't play as a number 10. When he plays for Chelsea, he didn't play as a number 10. He's most threatening either left or right, for me, personally. So why are you going to play him as number 10? Do you think Cole Palmer as a 10 is defensively good enough, though? Do we think he's defensively good enough to play number 10? Because I think you need Cole Palmer to be free. You need to allow him to do what he wants and let everyone else do the dog work for a player like him. You know? Yeah, they've got Ward-Prowse as well. Alvarez. They've got a decent team, but, they've got a decent team. They're going to be interesting to watch. Dirty Hammers, let's have it right. I'm looking at us. I only look at us. I don't want to rely on other teams in the league, but there are going to be, that's what I'm saying. It's a great example, West Ham, our teams are strengthening. There might be talk of, what's his name? Anthony Gordon going to Liverpool. So Liverpool strengthen. This kid wants to go Liverpool. But I don't really care about other clubs and what they buy and what they do. All I care about is what we do and how we're going to deal with those clubs. Because I'm sick of being banter FC. I'm sick of getting done week in, week out. You know what I'm saying? Go on, Stevie G, land it. Land it. But isn't it interesting, yeah, that this one signing has got everyone everyone's mindset has changed from that whole reality. Like, yeah, it's a good signing, but it's not enough. Chelsea transfers this summer. Let me go through the transfers and tell you how much we've spent. Pedro Neto's 51.4 million. Pender's 17 million. Another goalkeeper is going to get shipped out, as well as Selena and Petrovic, because we've got about 9 to 10 goalkeepers. Omadorian, 34 million. Wedding Hall, 30 million. Gay, 5 million. Kellerman, 19 million. We ain't seen it. Esteval Willing, 29 to 51. It'll be 51 million. Tozin on a free. Viega, 11.8 million. Wiley, 8.5 million. Jorgensen, 20 million. Anselmino, the Argentinian centre back, 15.6 million. That's 264.6 million this window, right? We've sold Matson for 37, Hall for 30 odd million, Gallagher 34 million, Hutchinson 22 million, Golding 4 million, Silver and Ziyech for 3. That's a total of 125 million, and that'll be profit. That'll be profit. Hutchinson's profit, Hall, Matson, Gallagher, all pure profit, which allows them to go in the market and buy the players that they bought, and most of it's dross. Most of it we ain't even going to see pay for Chelsea. And now you've got to pick a 25-man squad for Conference League. Also, UEFA are investigating Enzo Wrong and Fernandez, and he's probably going to get banned, and he should be getting banned. End of. And giving him the vice captaincy is a joke, bruv. You know, it's a joke. Absolute joke. It's embarrassing. Rebel Rising says, would you take Solanke or Neto? I'm taking Neto all day long. Up the Minerals FC. I won't touch Solanke, bruv. Bring me Ivan Toney. Bring me Ivan Toney up front. Or what? He's 28 years old. He's too old, isn't it? He's like a pensioner to these clowns. I don't want that player. You know what I'm saying? So again, this is my point. A shocking transfer window, and Neto should be one of the top players we should be buying as a whole. We're not buying. We're buying they're buying to sell them on. Gray, Kellerman, Viega, Wiley, Anselmino, and all these guys, Penders, Omadorian. Are they really going to play for Chelsea? They're probably all going to be loaned. And then Fabrizio Romano, the mouthpiece, going, where Chelsea decided to go big with on Neto because he can play left wing and right wing. Bollocks, like they know what they're doing in football. They don't know what they're doing. Chelsea is still showing interest in number 9. They're not done in case Chelsea find a good name up front and a good opportunity. They could go for it. Mark Gay could then go on loan. He's going to go on loan irrespective, bruv. Chelsea talked again this week to Napoli around Osimhen and Lukaku. They're still interested. This could be something for the final days or week to see if Osimhen could change his stance on the deal. Osimhen doesn't want to go alone. Osimhen doesn't want to go to Chelsea right now. He wants to play for Chelsea, but he's waiting to see what other offers come. You know, look at these accounts. Look at these accounts, guys. They think this is fun and games. Yeah. These accounts tweet out for clicks. They think this is fun and games. This is literally Football Manager in real life. And they're laughing about it. It's like a joke. It is a joke. And it's not funny. They're just stockpiling. It's like the stock market. It's Wall Street. These are like the wolves of Wall Street, except they ain't wolves no more. I told you lot, yeah? I told you lot. To protect the sheep, you gotta catch the wolf. So we need to protect our Chelsea and catch these wrong and wolves of Wall Street, yeah? that are literally going literally flinging money all over the gaff in a strip club, and they're not even releasing, bruv. You know, not releasing nothing. He's farming FC at Chelsea. You know, Esteval Willing looks a talent, but he's currently injured. Pedro Neto's tops there. The rest, just mid, isn't it? It's mid and unproven, and you don't know what to expect. And that's the story, is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying to everyone. If it's too negative for you lot, for people watching, then don't watch. Yeah. If you want to get lippy and call me things I'm not, don't watch and follow me, and go and do your research on me. And the bottom line is, we don't suck off Clown Lake here. Yeah. And the mid directors, because everyone's mindset before the Neto signing was real, straight up. And like I say to everyone, we're doing wonders on here on the Minerals FC. We are the one platform on YouTube that puts so much pressure, relentless, no surrender, let's have it right, pressure on these clowns. And they are worried, which is why they get minions to try and cancel us. You know what I'm saying? Big up to Arsenal X-rated. He knows I know what you're talking about there. Yeah, we'll fucking mud them 24/7, bruv. They want to talk shit about me. You know, we go CIA, FBI, LAPD. You know what I'm saying? We land it, bruv. No joke. No joke. And yet they still want to give it bigger than the little melts. Yeah? They're inverting into their little hole that they crawled out of. Yeah? Big up as well, Frank LeBeuf, putting pressure. Because if you don't put the pressure, they'll just carry on doing what they're doing. They'll just carry on with this ridiculous kindergarten FC model. You know? And that's where I stand on it. I'm not there to prop this clown ownership, bruv. Yeah? Because you do realise when a protest happens, every single journalist has to put it out. If you notice Fabrizio Romano, he stays well clear of Enzo Fernandez stuff, unless it's all PR for Clown Lake. Yeah? You know? I'll tell you what the clown owners will be like. They'll be inverted like that football therapy fella, like that. When the protests happen, they won't know what to do. What are we going to do? Fabrizio Romano, Pornstein, Toothpick Jacobs, Nizar Kinsella, Matt Law, please help us. Please help us. Don't tweet it out. Don't push it out. You know? That's what it'll come down to. And never forget the one that signed off Enzo Mascara was Siri Merchant Igbali. The one that signs off all the signings, the one that's leading this Kindergarten FC project, this multi-club, this beachhead, streamline, monetized content, low wage structure, mid-market, mid-potential, all that is Igbali and Feliciano. And don't ever forget it. Meatloaf Bailey's the clown at the front. Yeah. He's one saying, welcome to the circus. Come in, guys. Come into the Clown Lake Circus. Yeah. He's a rat. They're all rats. Yeah. They're all rats. Every single one of them. Smash the like button, everyone. Respect to everyone in here supporting the channel. There's nothing wrong with a signing of Neto. I think it's a great signing. It's a great signing, but it's the timing of it. And this is another flip of the script with the Neto signing, just like the Mudryk signing. When Arsenal were close and they were going for Mudryk, Barley, the Siri merchant, decided to get on a plane and play Big Daddy Bollocks and do the signing and get the signing over because he doesn't want to send Carrington Winstanley and Stuart Little to do their jobs because they can't negotiate. Well, Arsenal may have been looking at Neto, Spursy, other clubs, and all of a sudden Chelsea go straight in. It's like they're buying when they see clubs above them looking at certain players. And that's what's concerning, bruv. There's no structure, there's no thought process. It's all dictated by, does it fit our criteria for monetary reasons, not for footballing reasons? Are we buying this player because he makes our team better and we give our team balance and we're supporting a manager in the way he wants to play with his philosophy? No, they claim out clearly before they hired Enzo Mascara and said they want a coach that is happy for these directors to be involved, happy for the ownership to be involved, i.e. in that dressing room, player selection. That's very, very American culture, baseball culture, where the owners go in and out. They buy the players, you manage them and make it work and implement systems. They're not building with a manager. The gaffer is the model. The gaffer's not in the dugout, bruv. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. It is what it is. And we know what it's all about, bruv. But like I say, they had to go out and make this signing because the fan base are turning sharpish, mate. They're getting rattled, and we're all still rattled. But I respect the signing, and I wanted this guy. I wanted this guy, and I'm actually excited to watch him play. I'm excited to watch Cole Palmer. That's the only ones I'm really excited to watch play in our team. So it is what it is, but it's not enough. It's just not enough, and it's like a little too late. You're a week before the season. These deals should be done. They told us via Pawnstein all the deals are going to be done before the end of 30th of June. Yeah, so that we can go. Enzo Mascara knows what he's got a pre-season. Well, that's the opposite. It's the absolute opposite, bruv. Most of these players in pre-season, which is 80% of our first team squad, are not even going to be playing. Probably against Man City, bruv. So that's where we are, man. It's the same old bollocks. You know? All right, big up to Eunice accepts it as it is. There's no acceptance for me. Big up Rebel Rising. He says, we have so many players in our squad. I don't think that we have even so many lockers. I guess some of them have to warm up the tunnel. You know what I'm saying? They're going to warm up the bench, the tunnel, the dressing room. Long live Chelsea, old boys. Let's have it right. Let's have it right. And that's a fact. It's going to be a problem. That's problematic. Unhappy players that deserve, that they think they deserve to play. And they want to play those minutes, you know? They always want to play the minutes and they're not going to get these minutes. But we've got Conference League. So Conference League is going to give you that opportunity to play some of the squad players. But, mate, like I say to you, the way they're treating Trev Chalobah is disgusting. And that's going to be frowned upon by a lot of people behind the scenes. And it's still toxic. They've got their favourites and they're going to play them, bruv, you know. Matthew said, big up Matthew, says Arsenal might come back for Mudryk. I don't know. How much are they going to pay for him? Would they buy him? Would they pay for him? Why don't you just go and get Neto? You know? It's funny about Goldfish, you know, asking and begging everyone to get on their knees. You know, he's getting on his knees, begging all the supporters. But where was he with Pochettino? Where was the support for Pochettino? How do you expect? You're asking for all these supporters to give time to a manager to implement their systems, but no one gave it to Pochettino. No one gave it to Jellyfish Potter. Because you know damn well what the project is. And you're fobbing your minions off, yeah? You little brown envelope minions. It's a yes man model. There is no back the manager, because the manager's not even been backed by the clown ownership. So it's like, it's false hope, it's delusion. There's no time, there's no patience here. Third season, land it or fuck off. You know, simple as that. And it's making the fan base soft. It needs to stop. It needs to stop. We need to be harder. They've already made this fan base soft. We need to be sterner at Chelsea. You know? So it is what it is. Big up to everyone in here. Smash the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Yeah. We're not like goldfishes on here. We don't deep throat Clown Lake. We don't do that. And especially not because of Pedro Neto. Absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? So respect to everyone in here. Put all your comments down below. We'll be back tomorrow. No fucking surrender. Let's have it right, Stevie G, and all the proper Chels. Yeah. No surrender from us on the Minerals FC. It's Clown Lake out all day long. And we land it, bruv. You know? We land it. And we will continue to land it. So respect to everyone being in here. Everyone that's supporting, donating, whatever it is, just watching. Keep smashing the like button. And as I always say, to protect the sheep now, yeah, we got to catch the wolves, bruv. Yeah, that's what we got to do. In the words of Denzi, go. Yeah. So please put all of your comments down below. There's Charity Shield tomorrow. Let's see what happens in that. I might put a little video out tomorrow. I'll see what's happening, or if there's any news, we'll do a stream. So keep your notifications on. And also we've got Alfie Gilchrist going to Sheffield, you know, on loan. It is what it is. But let's see. Let's see what happens. It's a great PR Happy Meal today. Fantastic PR Happy Meal. But I like this. I like this one. I like this player. So I'm kind of like, you know, I'm happy. But I've said it as it is. And you'll watch the stream and you'll see that I've said it as it is. There's no sugarcoating. Yeah. You got to decide if you're the wolf or the sheep. Are you wolf or are you sheep? So respect to everyone. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to leave you with our Don Roman, our GOAT owner, and I'll see you tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Let's have it right. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Long live Chelsea old boys. Up the proper Chelsea. Yeah. Clown Lake out. And let's have it right. Enzo, Wrong, and Fernandez out as well. Let's move, bruv. You know what I'm saying?
Greetings from Centre Parks, by the way. That's the background. I hope you're all well. This is just ridiculous, though, isn't it?